Hello everyone, myself is Dr. Pinkesh Suttaria, working as an assistant professor at Department of Chemistry, Bhavans College, Dapur. So in our last lecture, we have seen the rules and regulation for the calculation of lambda maximum. Let us revise quickly for these rules and regulation for the calculation of lambda maximum. Suppose if you are having butadiene system, at that time we have to add 217 nanometer. Second one, if suppose if we are having homoannular dyne system, we have to add 253 nanometer. Third one, if we are having suppose heteroannular dyne system, then after we have to add 215 nanometer. If suppose we are having a ring residue, okay, ring residue, or we can say alkyl substitution, so we have to add 5 nanometer. Then after, if suppose if we are having extended conjugation, okay, for each extended conjugation we have to add 30 nanometer. Okay, now next one, that is exocyclic double bond. If suppose one exocyclic double bond is present, we have to add 5 nanometer. So these are the general rules and regulation for the calculation of lambda maximum that is given by the Woodward and Fisher. So now let us start with our example. Let us start with our first example, that is simplest one, that is CH3, that is CH, double bond CH, here single bond CH, double bond CH, single bond CH3. Okay, so now as we can see, this is the only simple butadiene system. Okay, so this is our butadiene system. So here we can say 1,3-butadiene. Okay, there is a double bond present over here, but here there is substitution on CH3, first carbon and last carbon. So what we have to do, we just have to first put up the simple system, that is the simple system, but what we can say the basic value, okay, or we can say the base value of this system. Here we are having butadiene system, so we can add 217 nanometer. So that is the basic value for the butadiene system. Second one, that is the alkyl substituent. Okay, here we are having alkyl substituent. There is two alkyl substitution. Now let us understand what is alkyl substitution. You have to remember that in which suppose there is a 1,3-butadiene system, there is a CH3 group over first carbon, there is a CH3 group on last carbon. If there is any substituent that is present on this chain, on this carbon atom, at that time you have to consider that is the substituent. Now here we are having alkyl substituent, so we have to consider alkyl substituent. As we know, we have to add 5 nanometer for the each alkyl substituent. There are 2 alkyl substituent, so I have to add 2 into 5 nanometer, so there will be the 10 nanometer. So what will be the lambda maximum? So here we are having lambda maximum, that is 227 nanometer for this structure. Now here there is no exocyclic double bond, okay, there is no extended conjugation, okay, here there is no ring present, so there will be no question about the ring residue, there is no other substituent present. So here I am having two possibility, there is a base value, and second one, that is the alkyl substituent. There is no other possibility for this structure, so I just have to calculate that lambda maximum, that is equal to the 227 nanometer. So now let us understand one more example for this type of lambda maximum. Okay, I am drawing the structure over here, that is this ring over here, second one, that is double bond over here, there is substituent present over here, that is CH3. Here I am having CH, double bond CH, single bond CH3. Okay, so now this is our structure. Now we have to calculate whether this compound is, homo, hetero or butadiene system. So homo or hetero, there should be a double bond and present should be in a one ring, or there should be double bond present in a alternative ring or different ring. So there is no possibility of any type of homo or hetero. Here there is only a simple butadiene system, so I have to write down the basic value for this system. So this is the butadiene system. Okay, so I just have to add 217 nanometer. Second one, there is a two substituent present on the parent chain. So this is our parent chain. You just have to identify butadiene system. So this is our parent chain. So in that parent chain, there is a two alkyl substituent over here. Okay, one over here, one over here. So I have to add, that is alkyl substituent. Okay, alkyl substituent that is present on the ring. So there are two alkyl substituent, so I have to add 10 nanometer each. Alkyl substituent I have to add 5 nanometer, so there will be total 10 nanometer. And now third one, whether there is a exocyclic double bond present over here or not. So here suppose I have to put over here. Okay, so this is my ring. Okay, so there is one double bond present on the outer side of the ring. So there is one exocyclic double bond. So I have to write down over here one exocyclic double bond. Okay, so for each exocyclic double bond you have to add 5 nanometer. So here there is only one exocyclic double bond, so I have to add 5 nanometer. Okay, next one, that is important thing that you have to remember, that this is the ring residue. Now how we can calculate the ring residue? Okay, suppose if I have to calculate the ring residue, suppose there is a possibility of ring residue, I have to rub this thing over here. Okay, 1 minute, I have to rub over here, that is a possibility for the ring residue. Okay, I just want to show that is the ring residue, how it is possible. Okay, so now let us calculate the ring residue. Now what is ring residue? Now you have to consider this is our parent chain. Okay, now if there is any ring residue, means what? If suppose if this double bond it attach with these two carbon atom. If suppose I cut down this chain, like say suppose if I am having this type of chain over here, this double bond CCH3, CH double bond CH and CCH3. Suppose if I am cut down over here, so there is two possibility. First one, there is one carbon over here. Second one, this two carbon, this second carbon over here. So there is two ring residue. First this carbon atom and second one this carbon atom. So what will be the ring residue? Ring residue, that is the residue in which we are cutting down the parent chain. If suppose if I am cutting down this parent chain over here, let's say that's from here and second one from here, so I will get my parent chain. So whatever the ring residue that is present over here, you just have to see there is the parent chain should be there. And second one, whatever the carbon atom present or whatever how many carbon atom present on that parent chain, that should be calculated as a what we can say ring residue. Okay, so here we are having a ring residue, that is 2 ring residue, that is 2 into 5 nanometer. So here we are having a 10 nanometer. Okay, again I am explaining what is ring residue. Ring residue, here suppose I am calculating, suppose I just sum up this thing and then I am explaining this another way. So 217, 7 plus 5, that is 12. So here I am having 12, here I am putting 1 over here, 1, 2, 3. 3 and plus 4, that is 4. So that is 242 nanometer. Okay, so the lambda maximum of this structure will be the 242 nanometer. Okay, so now let us understand a ring residue again. I am explaining over here again. Suppose if I am drawing the structure like this. Okay, now here in this structure we are having CCH3 single bond, CH double bond, CH. Here I am having a CH3 group. Okay, so now what I have to see, I have to just see the 1,3-butadiene system. So this is our 1,3-butadiene system. Now this system, in this system that is attached with the ring. Now suppose if I am cut down over here, let's say this I cut down over here and I cut down over here. So there are two carbon atom present over here, 1 and 2. Okay, so I have to write down over here, that is CH3 single bond, CH double bond, CH, CH3. So in this you just have to see that whatever the carbon atom or how many carbon atom that are present on the parent chain, that should be considered as a ring residue. Okay, in next example or in a further example we will see how many ring residue present in a particular type of structure. Okay, in simple way you can remember this thing, whatever the carbon atom present, that should be a ring. First of all, it should have a ring. Okay, now second one, whatever the carbon atom present onto the parent chain on the ring, that should be considered as a ring residue. Okay, now let us understand one more example for the better understanding of this concept, that is the ring residue. Okay, now I am drawing over here one structure. Let's say the one ring over here, second one, this ring should be over here. Okay, okay, now this is our structure. Now in this structure we have to calculate the lambda maximum. What will be the lambda maximum for this structure? Okay, so first of all I have to just see the base value. Now there is two double bond present into different ring, so I have to just consider this is a heteroannular diene system. Okay, so this is our heteroannular diene system. So for heteroannular diene system I have to add 215 nanometer. Second one, okay, if there is any substituent present on the ring, okay, so there is no substituent present on the ring. Okay, here there is a present, this CH2 group, there is CH2 group, there is CH2 group and there is CH2 group, but there is another thing I will explain you later. So there is no substituent like CH3 group present on the ring. Okay, second one, I have to consider the exocyclic double bond. So this is what we can say, this is not a fused structure. So in this we are not having an exocyclic double bond. Suppose if I am having this type of structure, let's say suppose if I am having, this is a fused carbon, okay, in which there is a two carbon, there is a common carbon. At that time I have to consider the exocyclic double bond. Here I am not having this type of structure, so I am not considering the exocyclic double bond. Okay, so now let us understand the ring residue. That is an important point of ring residue. So now let us see, this is our parent chain. Okay, let us understand, this is our parent chain I am drawing over here. So let's say here I am having, this is our parent chain. Okay, that is a CH over here, there is also CH2 over here, CH over here, CH over here. Okay, so now this is a CH double bond CH, CH double bond CH. So this is our parent chain. Now in which we are having, we have to consider whatever the number of the carbon atom that is present on the structure. So here I am considering that this carbon atom, okay, this carbon atom which is having one carbon atom, second one, this carbon is atom also attached with this carbon atom, this carbon atom is attached with this carbon atom, and this carbon atom is attached with this carbon atom. So there are 4 ring residue present on the parent chain. So we have to consider that ring residue. Second one, that is ring residue. So there is 4 ring residue present in the structure. So I have to consider 4 into 5. So there will be the 20 nanometer. So total we have to consider, there is 235 nanometer. So this is our lambda maximum calculation. So now here there is no exocyclic double bond, no extended conjugation, no substituent. There is only 2 possibility. First one, that is base value, and second one, that is the ring residue. Okay, so this is our answer, that is a 235 nanometer for this structure. Now let us understand one more example, okay, for the lambda maximum calculation. So now let us see this type of example. Suppose if you are having this as a ring, okay, so now there is a double bond over here, there is double bond over here, there is one CH3 group over here. Now this is having any type of ring, okay, that we not have to consider this as a structure. We have to just consider this structure. There is a chain over here that we do not have to consider. So here I have to calculate the lambda maximum for this system. So what I have to do, I just have to calculate first of all, that is the basic value. let us understand there is three value, that is the butadiene system, second one that is the heteroannular system, and third one that is the homodiene system. Butadiene system, there is no ring. Second one, heteroannular system, there should be a double bond present in a structure in a different ring. Third one, that is homoannular system, double bond conjugation in a one ring. So there is a one ring, there is a double bond present over here. So I have to consider this is as a homoannular diene system. Okay, so this is our homoannular diene system. You just have to write down in bracket homoannular diene system. So what will be the value? So there is a value of 253 nanometer. Okay, second one. Okay, in second one I just have to consider the ring residue, whatever the ring residue present on that structure. So here I just have to consider, so if I am drawing the structure over here, so there is structure like this. Okay, so this is our parent chain, CH double bond CH single bond CH double bond CH2 double bond CH2. So this is our butadiene system in which this double bond, okay, this is a double bond. Okay, now the carbon atom over here, okay, this is a carbon atom present over here and one carbon atom present over here. If I just have to consider the ring residue over here, so what I have to do, I just have to consider first this is a carbon atom, that is a ring residue. Now this carbon atom is attached with this carbon atom, and second one this is this carbon atom. So there is a three ring residue present in a structure. So what I have to do, the ring residue I just have to write down ring residue. Okay, there is three ring residue present over here, so there is 3 into 5, so I have to write down 15 nanometer. Okay, I have to write down 15 nanometer. Okay, now third one, if there any substituent present in a structure, here there is a CH3 group. Okay, but it is not present on this carbon atom, this is present on this carbon atom. I just have to look at the substituent 1, 2, 3, 4. If there is any substituent present on the parent chain, then and then I have to consider the substituent present in a structure. If there is no substituent present on this parent chain, I do not have to consider any ring, any substituent present on the ring. Suppose if there is any substituent over here, okay, I do not have to consider this as a substituent. Why? Because there is a substituent present, there is no substituent present on the parent chain. It is a substituent present on the ring. There is not affected by this ring, or we can say the homodiene system. Third one, there is a exocyclic double bond present on the ring or not. So I have to write down exocyclic double bond. Okay, so I have to consider the two ring. First of all, this as a ring, and second one this is the B ring. Suppose I consider this is as a ring. I have to close this ring A ring, and I have to see that there is a double bond present over here or double bond present over here. So there is no double bond over here, and there is no double bond over here. So I have to write down that there is no exact double bond for ring A. Second one, suppose I have to consider the ring B. I have to close ring B, and I have to see there is double bond present over here, double bond present over here. So there is a double bond present over here for the ring B. So for the summation of these two things, A and B, there is a one exocyclic double bond present in the ring. So I have to just add this thing. So there is a 15 plus 5, that is 20, 253, that is a 273 nanometer. So this is our what we can say lambda maximum. So lambda maximum for this compound, that is the 273 nanometer. Okay. Okay, so I hope you got my point. Next one. Now let us understand one more example for fifth one. Suppose I am drawing the structure over here. This is ring. I am also having one substituent over here. There is a second ring present over here. Okay. Now another way, this is a side chain that we do not have to consider. Now there is a double bond present over here, and this is the double bond present over here. Now in earlier case there is a double bond present in the structure in a similar ring, and now in this we are having two different double bond present in a different ring. So I have to consider as a heteroannular system. So what will be the basic value? So basic value for this, okay, so I have to write down, you just have to write down whatever I am writing over here, okay, pause the video and then after you have to write down this thing, okay, heteroannular dyne system. So there will be the 215 nanometer. Second one, okay, second one, there should be any alkyl substituent present on the ring or not, okay, so there is no alkyl substituent, so this is our chain, okay, butadiene system. Let's say this is our chain, here I am having single bond, this is double bond, so here I am having a chain, so there is no substituent present on this carbon atom. So I have to consider there is no substituent present on the ring. Second one, there is a ring residue. Now if I have to consider this is as a parent system, I have to see whatever the, how many carbon atom present on that particular type of parent chain. So suppose if I have to consider this carbon atom, so there is one ring residue present over here. Suppose second one, this carbon atom, so there is second carbon atom present that is attached with this carbon atom, and third one, that is this one. You just have to consider that you just have to cut down this ring. Let's say you have to cut down this ring, so there will be three ring residue, first one, second one and third one. If you cut down these three ring residue, you will get your parent chain. So simultaneously you have to remember this thing. First one, you have to see that how many carbon atom present or how many carbon atom attached to the parent system. That should be your ring residue. Ring residue have to consider in the ring, not in the acyclic form. Third one, suppose if you have to consider, if I have to cut down these three part, 1, 2 and 3 part, I will get my parent chain. So how many part you have to cut down to get your parent chain, that is also your ring residue. So if suppose I am writing down over here ring residue, okay, so there are 3 ring residue present over here, so 3 into 5, so 15 nanometer, okay, so there will be 15 nanometer, okay. Now next one, that is the exocyclic double bond. For exocyclic double bond, I have to consider that is ring A and ring B. I have to close this ring A, then I have to see whether any double bond present on this carbon atom. So there is no double bond over here, there is no double bond over here. So I have to close ring B. If I am closing ring B, there is no double bond over here, there is one double bond over here. So I have to consider that this structure is having one exocyclic double bond. For each exocyclic double bond you have to add 5 nanometer. So there is one exocyclic double bond, so you have to add 5 nanometer. So if I have to consider this 15 plus 5, that is 20, 20 plus 215, there will be the 235 nanometer. So that will be your answer, okay. So now that is the 5 example that I have to that I have explained you about dyne system, simple dyne system, homoannular dyne system, heteroannular dyne system. Then after ring residue, extended conjugation, we are not having any extended conjugation in 5 example. In further example, if you are looking after this example, then we are having extended conjugation. Last one, that is the alkyl substituent. Okay, now I will give you some homework for the calculation of homo on heteroannular dyne system or lambda maximum. Okay, so that you have to calculate by your own. First example for the homework point of view. Okay, let's say suppose if I am having ring over here, second ring over here, okay, that is the third ring over here, there is a substituent present on the ring. Let's say here I am having R group over here, okay. Now this is a double bond, here I am also having double bond, okay. You have to calculate the lambda maximum for this. Second one, that is a ring over here, there is a second ring over here. Okay, there is substituent present on the ring, there is one more ring over here, so there is substituent on this ring, two substituent, there is a third substituent. Here I am having a double bond, there is a double bond over here, there is a double bond over here. Okay, so this is our second example. Now third example, suppose if I am having this type of ring. Okay, now okay, there is a that is attachment over here, okay, on this ring. Okay, so now if I am having double bond over here and double bond over here, so what will be the lambda maximum? So these are the example you have to calculate by your own. Okay, thank you for watching it.